Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I am in East Middlebury, Vermont today, and this is Prospect Cemetery. I am searching for American Civil War veterans so I could tell you something about them. And of the list I had, this is the last man I have now found. I can't really show you this headstone as well as I would like because there's a fence right here. So at least here you can see the whole thing, but I'm going to move closer so you can read the headstone better. This is the grave of Elias J. Rogers. He was born in 1843 in Orwell, Vermont. At the age of 19, he enlisted on June 9th, 1862 with the Union Army. He mustered in 1 month later on July 9th, 1862 as a private with Company B of the 9th Vermont Infantry, and then mustered out on June 13th, 1865. It doesn't appear that he applied for a pension. He died in 1912. One thing you want to note is if this soldier enlisted before September 1st, 1862, and was with the regiment on September 13th, 1862, he would have briefly been taken prisoner along with the entire regiment at Harper's Ferry. Since he enlisted on June 9th, 1862, and mustered in on July 9th, 1862, he was definitely one of those who had been taken prisoner. I do have the obituary to read to you, and I think this one's a bit long, but it's worth a listen. Quote, Elias J. Rogers, Company B, 9th Vermont Volunteers. A tribute. Tenderly cared for by Colonel Hannon, superintendent of the Soldiers' Home, Comrade Rogers died in Bennington, January 16th, 1912, and on January 18th, in his home village, East Middlebury, old comrades, grizzled veterans, gently laid him to his burial. Your local correspondent truthfully said, quote, he was a good citizen, unquote. A few words of wisdom as to his soldier life and character. His official record before me reads, quote, enlisted at Brandon, Vermont, June 9th, 1863. Mustered in July 9th, 1863. Discharged July 13th, 1865. Unquote. That is all, and yet this scant record covers 3 full years of service without a furlough. He was a private and sought not command, but his highest ambition was always to be ready and promptly obey orders. In officer or private, where can we find a higher type of soldier life? This obedience, this readiness for duty sat the front, multiplied the risk, and often led to dangerous work. If picked men were chosen to lead an advance or to cover a withdrawal, Rogers was always included. He was the most successful scout to his company and regiment. Never reckless or losing his head, he took advantage of cover, but the work he was sent to do was done promptly and well. His passion for active service kept him at the front. At Yorktown, Virginia, when asked if he wished a short furlough home, he replied, quote, no, something might happen while I was gone, unquote. He was never wounded or seriously sick, but his daring led to many close escapes. It was not the spirit of adventure that controlled him, but an earnest desire to serve his country in her hour of need. He often said, quote, I want to see this thing, the war, closed up. I will do my full share, unquote. He was a good shot. His rifle was always clean and his cartridge box always full. Many anecdotes of him are in mind, but this is not their place. Comrades, friends, On Memorial Day, pause a moment longer at the grave of Rogers and scatter your choicest flowers, for he was worthy." Unquote. The source is the Middlebury Register, dated February 2nd, 1912, and this is courtesy of Tom Boudreau. And my gosh, any one of us could only hope to have a tribute as beautiful as that one. Well, this is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. Appreciate your following me along as I've been on a quest to find these Civil War soldiers and to tell you something about them. And until I see you again,